Well, with the summer months quickly approaching, California lawmakers are set to begin debates over their $200 billion 2021 budget proposal. One America's Meghann Dyke has more on how it could impact future growth in the Golden State.
California's Democrat governor is attempting to address criticism over the state's handling of a number of issues with the unveiling of a massive budget. Governor Gavin Newsom released a $222 billion budget for fiscal year 2021, which puts a new focus on areas where the state is neglected to effectively address. In a press conference Friday, Newsom expanded on where taxpayer funds would be allocated pertaining to wildfires and earthquake preparedness.
This year's budget includes $814.4 million, both picking up from last year and new money. In addition to that is $200 million in the cap and trade. So again, north of $1 billion for emergency preparedness and wildfires. It's $465.4 in the base, $349 million of new general fund. That's new positions on surge capacity, $110 million for structural hardening.
The Trump administration has time and time again threatened federal intervention if the state didn't corral its growing wildfire and homelessness crisis. Despite the state's annual 8.3% GDP growth on average, some have warned of the state's so-called good days being long gone. Newsom's projected budget would largely go toward improvements of K-12 education and better health care options for poverty-stricken families. Those efforts would also be extended to illegal migrants in a move that has stirred tensions with the Trump administration since Newsom took office in 2019. As for homelessness, the governor unveiled $1.4 billion to go towards shelter and health care for the state's transient population. This comes on the heels of harsh criticism from President Trump in recent months, who slammed liberal cities for failing to act with urgency.
In the Democratic-run cities of Los Angeles and San Francisco, could you see what's happening to those cities? Can you even believe it? What's going on there? People are getting sick just by walking down the street.
According to the Department of Housing and Urban Development, in 2019 alone, about 150,000 people are currently homeless in California. The tax funds would be offered in cash pay for local and state-run temporary housing locations. Newsom also faced harsh criticism for his handling of last year's budget, with GOP opponents claiming led to an even deadlier wildfire season.
Tragically, we remember last year's Camp Fire, the deadliest and most destructive fire in California history, which incinerated the town of Paradise, killed 85 people. State investigators determined that the fire was caused by degraded 97-year-old power lines during so-called fire weather, which consists of strong winds, low humidity, dry vegetation, and heat.
Under this new proposal, California would experience a 12% rise in firefighter hiring, up from 4,800 that are currently employed. The plan seeks to recruit more than 650 additional firefighters over the course of the next 5 years. A final budget must be approved and headed to Newsom's desk for signing no later than June 15th after the collection of April tax revenues. With the 2021 fiscal session beginning in July, only time will tell whether the state can convince its Republican lawmakers to sign on to the massive budget. Meghann Dyke, One American News.
Want to see more videos like this? Click on the link below and subscribe to One American News on YouTube. And call your cable provider and kindly demand that One American News is added to your lineup. Call and subscribe today.